is Kevin McGill. I work for the Yonkers Family YMCA, and I am the Media Productions Coordinator as well as the Director of Housing. In my dual capacity role, we have 75 men who live here, and I'm the Director of 2 housing coordinators, and we help with everything from employment and training to legal affairs, to hygiene, to health and wellness, and I also teach media production here, where I have students in the afternoons on Mondays and Wednesdays. We teach video production and audio production.
I'm Malika Hernandez. We're at the YMCA, and I'm a child care counselor. Well, in the computer room, the kids basically either do their homework or they actually play in the computer. What I do is supervise what they're doing to make sure that they're not using any bad websites that they're not supposed to be in. Help them just find games that are actually educational for them, and also basically just be there to supervise what they're doing.
The Yonkers Family YMCA caters to all walks of life in our community, anywhere from 6 years old to up to maybe 70 years old. We have a feeding program at night, Mondays through Fridays, where we feed our residents first. We have 75 residents who live in this building who we have 75 residents who utilize the service first at 6 o'clock. Then we open the doors to the community at 6:30. We have an after-school program for 6 years old to 12 years old. We also have a teen program from 15 to 21 who utilize after-school programs in our computer room. Some of them come to the media lab, and some, play basketball.
I'm Jamal Samuels, a counselor here at the YMCA. Our organization is special because we, as counselors, we're not just working, we're creating a bond with the kids, and we get close to the kids, and some of the kids are very attached, and we encourage them to do their homework, play in gym, swim, and things like that. And we're also we're role models for them. I have a kid in my group which is attached. He is attached to the hip. They call me his older brother because he kind of resembles me. I think you saw him on the film earlier. He was near me, and it's kids like that that just want to be better because you're showing the effort. You're putting in the effort.
Hi, I'm Shanae Gilzine, and I am a volunteer at the Yonkers YMCA, and I am the supervisor of the UN. Basically, as one of the heads of the writing program, I am in charge of the activities that we do in the club and coming up with the curriculum. And we're trying to do a contest to motivate the kids by having them have an assignment each week, and then after they've done their assignment, we have it judged by some of the staff members here. And at the end of the program, whoever has the most wins, so to speak, will get a $50 gift card to use wherever they want to. So we do stuff like that. And there'll be some times where I also help out with other things in the YMCA organization itself.
The community, and we saw that in most of the urban areas like we're in, the kids are of poor health because the families are of poor health, and that's based on having to have a quick fix. Most families don't have time to come home. Let's say for instance, a family has to have 2 jobs. Both parents, it could be a 2-family household, but both parents are working. They won't have time to cook, so the kids need a quick fix. The kids have to go to McDonald's. The kids have to go to Burger King. The kids have to get something fast, which will fill them, but it's not nutritious. So the kids suffer because they wind up with type 2 diabetes, or they wind up being obese. So by us reaching out to the local bodegas and things like that, we're teaching with nutritionists who come in how to put together 5 and 7 minute meals that kids can do themselves, which are healthier for them. We encourage them to come once they're in the programs. We give them free memberships to the Y, so that they can not only eat better, but they can feel better by exercising, through diet and exercise. So that's one of the goals of REACH.
The main goal of the YMCA is to basically just foster growth mentally, physically, and spiritually with these kids that aren't really going to be able to receive this help from anywhere else, and for them to feel like we have a family unit and that they're wanted and that they can go out and be whatever they want to be.
One of the way I accomplish my goals and our goals as a team is we take a project, we dissect it, and we see it to fruition. I usually look for the strengths. I don't believe in weaknesses in my staff. I usually look for the strengths and find out who's better in what capacity, distribute the workload to them, and we're just working until it works.
We're a family. It doesn't matter if you come in, like some kids have been here since they were 5, and now they're about to be 13. And if you just come in, we're a family.
We're not just staff, we're more like best friends. Even outside of the program, we hang out and we talk to each other, we go to the movies and stuff, and they're very cooperative because we all have different roles.
The Yonkers Family YMCA is funded through state grants. We get government grants, we get local city grants, and for instance, the media center where we're sitting in was funded by Workforce Investment Act and Workforce New York. They reached out to us because they heard about our program and what we were doing as far as keeping kids out of gangs, out of trouble in school and off the streets. And they decided, let's give them a chance to see how this works. And this was 4 years ago, so the program has been successful, and we're actually in our 5th year. So, and it's almost like the domino principle. Once one government agency finds out how well we're doing, that gives us the opportunity to reach out to other agencies who can funnel money in. So, and a lot of it also, and I meant to add, a lot of it is from private investors. Philanthropy, people are always donating to the Y. They say, the Y they grew up in the Y, some of their kids have grown up in the Y, their fathers, uncles, grandfathers grew up in the Y. This is their way of giving back to the community. They said, I may not be able to volunteer here, or I may not be able to exercise being that they're members as much as I'd like to, but here's a donation. I'd like to make a donation too. The Yonkers YMCA is for youth development, for healthy living, and for social responsibility. And in those 3 capacities, we look at community, we look at kids, and we look at healthy living. And combined, we start not from the community in, we start from the person out. That's our philosophy. If we can touch one person who touches another person, that person helps the family to get better, which helps the community get better, and so forth. And thanks.